Hey y'all, it's your girl Princess Cheese back with another video. Okay. It's gonna be a hygiene video, and I just wanted to say this right off the bat. I'm probably somebody you consider very anal about hygiene because if you ask everybody around me, sometimes they say I do too much. But I just really hate, I hate when stuff smell. And on top of that, I have sensitive skin, so I be very picky about what I put on my skin. I don't do extra fragrances, any type of unnecessary extra coloring and all of that. I don't do that. But I like my body real clean. And I always get compliments on how I smell and how soft my skin be. Because, baby, let me tell y'all, my skin be soft in a mug, okay? And people be liking that little song. Okay, so first I'm gonna start off with how I wash in the shower. So this might seem like it's a long setup of stuff, but I don't do all of this every day. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I do every day, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I don't do all the time. So for all my sensitive girls out here like me, because I still feel like you can get off on this video even if you don't have sensitive skin, because who don't want nice, clean, fresh cootie, and I'm somebody to testify, okay? But for all my nice little sensitive girls out there or not sensitive, I use the sensitive Dove. So this don't have no fragrances or anything like that in there, which is good for people, who's sensitive and break out or get red easily or skin get just irritated in general. So I always go in with this. And the soap is very mild on your skin, so who don't want it? Okay, and then next thing I don't exfoliate every day, but I like to usually do it every other day if I'm just using my scrub by itself, or I do it like 3 times a week if I'm using the actual gloves, because I don't want a rough scrub. But my exfoliant that I use, which is this one, by Alba Botanica. I hope that's how you say it. I don't know exactly. It says it's gentle enough for daily facial cleaning, but I don't use this on my face. I use it on my body. It worked like a miracle, so serious. I used to break out in hives all on my chest. Don't mind, because I had a little minor little pimp right there, but I haven't even been exfoliating. I seriously haven't in a week or two. But that's me. But as soon as, because I'm gonna do this tonight, as soon as I put this on, because I used to have breakout and hives all on my chest, my back, my arms, and all of that. As soon as I use this bad boy, I don't know what it's about, because I use other stuff that had 2% salicylic acid in there. But this one, for some reason, I don't know if it's the mix with willow bark, because it has that in there. But this down works like a miracle, if you really had that. But I know everybody is different, so you might want to get us a try. But we all gotta find what's good for our own bodies. But I know this one clear up my chest, back, and arm acne like this. It was gone. I've been using this for freaking almost probably 5 years now, and I came across this by a total accident, because I never even used their products. This is probably not something popular you would see, but that's why we having to order mine on Amazon. Sometimes I might catch it at Myers. It's rare at Kroger's, but this is so good, so I feel like you should try it out. And what I do when I use this is I take my exfoliating gloves. Don't mind these, because these been used, if they look a little raggedy. I take my exfoliating gloves. I put this on when I want extra exfoliate, especially after I get a wax or something, because after a wax you don't exfoliate that day, but you exfoliate the next day, or I think it's 2 days after. I don't remember. I think it's 48 hours after the wax. And I take my gloves and I exfoliate my undies where I get waxed, anywhere I get waxed, and then I exfoliate the rest of my body too. And I bought mine in a pack of 12 on Amazon. So if you don't feel comfortable with washing your gentle private area with the same gloves as you wash your body, then you can always maybe use one glove for that, or you could just use a whole different set for that. Because I had got mine for cheap, 12 for $10, which is a deal, because I feel like since everybody been figuring that people want to exfoliate, they've been charging for one pair of these gloves $5. But I got mine on Amazon basically less than $1 for each pair. So if I might link that down below, but y'all should be able to just look it up on Amazon, exfoliate gloves. But I might link it down below, especially if somebody asks me. So after my second wash, which is exfoliating, first of all, I'm somebody who, me naturally, I clean down there front and back 3 times. Even if I don't do my front 3 times, because that's naturally going to be gentle down there, I might do it once or twice. It depends, because especially if I'm putting the salicylic acid down there, I be very careful to make sure it don't, get anywhere where it will hurt you or burn or cause an infection or something. So usually after that, I make sure I hold your legs apart, okay? I make sure I hold my legs apart and nothing like touch anywhere it's not supposed to. And then when I wash it off, but if I feel uncomfortable, like I need to wash again, I go back in with my sensitive soap just to get it all off. And don't be trying to put no soap in your actual cha-cha, because that is not good at all. And then like I'm gonna get into the fact of why you shouldn't use those what's those pH washes and and all of that. That is not good for you at all. I know some people use apple cider vinegar. That's not healthy for you. Maybe if you have real bad odors after your period, I could see you going with something like diluted apple cider vinegar, but you don't really, even without soap. That's why I'm glad that this soap don't really bother me. But sometimes you can even go without soap when you wash up, and you would just make sure you wash down there a good 3 times with water, so it won't be no odor. But sometimes you don't even have to use soap, because you don't want infections, and infections will cause a smell, I'm telling y'all, and you don't want that. After I use my salicylic acid, I might go in with this, which y'all probably can't get this in store. Actually, let me stop. Let me bite my tongue. Y'all can get a version of this in stores, but it won't be the exact one. And the one in version, because it's this right here. I hope it ain't got my information on it, because I got this from the doctor. But it's the 10% benzoyl peroxide. They actually have a wash like this in the store. I think it's called the Pan Oxide, or it's something OXL or something. I don't remember exactly how you pronounce it, but I used to have it. But my thing is, I don't know why. Maybe it's the ingredients mixed in with it, but that one works, but it don't work as good as the one if you used to go to your dermatologist and get the benzoyl peroxide. Like that one, I literally do have to let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes, versus this one, I can leave it on for 30 seconds and I feel nice and secure. Wondering why I use this like this. I use these because, first of all, even if you get waxes, or if you just don't and you have problem areas like there, like if you get bumps or boils or cysts or anything like that from waxes, or just shaving, or just infections or anything, this right here, as soon as you feel one about to come in, if you slap this on just in time, this will literally stop it from coming up. Like, I don't know why, it's like my body work differently. Maybe my face is too sensitive for this, but I don't use this on my face, but I make sure I definitely use this on not my whole body, but in those areas, and it always works. So I feel like if you haven't tried benzoyl peroxide, whichever one that you could start off with, I think they got one that's 2%, then 5%, then 10. Start off with whatever percent. Or you think you can go stronger without your skin being irritated, then go stronger. This is literally a game changer. It's benzoyl peroxide. Mine is 10%. Okay, so we talked about exfoliating washes. Okay, and I was just talking about the benzoyl too. So sometimes if I just want my benzoyl to sit a little longer, I might put, and I don't use the benzoyl every day. I only use it when it's necessary, or after wax days, after wax day, like when it's appropriate. I don't use it every day. It'd be unnecessary, especially when I got my salicylic acid. And yes, I be getting on my whole body with, I forgot to tell y'all, I be getting on my whole body with this, on my butt and everything. And I forgot to tell y'all, this makes you feel so soft after too. Okay, even without the gloves. But anyway, let's go to the next step, which is after all of that, I get out the shower and I moisturize. So I got a moisturizer that I might use on the front of my cha-cha, not down, because if you use down, you might the water might start making it move around, and it could get in your stuff, and you don't want none of that. So at the very top, your cha-cha is right here. This right here that you could see when you just stand wide open your legs. Don't mind this because I use the La Roche-Posay. But I use the moisturizer for the front of your cha-cha. Like, you could put some down there. This is the one that says extra dry skin, and a little amount go a long way, and you just put it on right there, and it's like it's obviously gonna help heal, because first of all, this has namicide in there, so that helps with if you have any dark marks, or to keep their nice and soft, like especially if you're getting waxes and or shaving or whatever. You want it soft down there, soft and supple, and you want a good, nice, safe place. Cause people don't tell you moisturize your cha-cha, but you really should. Like, obviously don't moisturize the part where it can leak down into there, but moisturize enough. Don't get too close to that area, but moisturize the skin around it, So let me tell y'all what I used to use for moisturizer on my whole body, and what I use now. But sometimes I go back to what I used to use. So what I used to use was BAM, the Hydro Boost Body Gel Cream, and make sure, because I always gotta look now, because they had just came out with a fragrance one and like a nighttime one or whatever, and them clearly not the best for sensitive skin. I'm not gonna lie, I tried the fragrance one. It's not like it hurt my skin so bad, because it actually had like if you somebody who can't stand fragrances, you should try out that one, because it was like a nice little supple scent, because I hate stuff that's overpowering. That's reminding me of Bath & Body Works. Only would let me get Bath & Body Works. But if you advocate for Bath & Body Works, I'm going to just say I feel bad for you. I just feel bad. But like, the only thing people should be buying from there is candles, and maybe the men's colognes or whatever the men's stuff be having there, because theirs be smelling good. But all that other stuff for girls, first of all, those soaps throw your pH off. I'm sorry I'm even getting to this. And those lotions is not good for your skin. It's just a whole lot. And then people be spraying, they sprays on their body. I see if you spraying it on your clothes, but your body, sis, it's a no. But anyway, it's a non-fragrance thing. Oh my god, and I'm being bad at putting this video in order. But I forgot to tell y'all about this one. This don't have any fragrances, synthetic fragrances, they said. So that's probably, I don't know why it probably works so good, but it's so hard finding a cheap scrub, because scrubs be costing like $100. It's so hard finding a cheap scrub that don't have no fragrance in there and has 2% solicited. It's so hard. But anyway, to this, I used to use this, and I used to take the sesame seed oil by Neutrogena too, the one that's fragrance free, which I don't think they have in stores anymore, because every time I go in stores, they always got the one with fragrance, but they have a fragrance free one on Amazon. I used to have to specially order with this. That combo was crazy, out of this world, especially in the summer. That's why I was like, I might try that again, especially because I might try this new tanning mousse, which I might review it for y'all and do it on camera. But when I do that, I might go back to that oil, because that oil was just beautiful, and it had like the perfect texture and the perfect glow to the body without being greasy. It was just beautiful, okay? And this paired so good with putting it on top of it. And of course, you always apply hyaluronic acid while your skin is moist, meaning water. It needs to have contact with water, or hyaluronic acid will dry your skin out. So I put this, and then I put the oil to lock it in, and it's such a beautiful glow. It give you that beautiful glow, give you nice soft skin. That's a soft skin combo right there too. But when the winter had hit and my skin was really dry, and then I stopped using the oil too. But in the winter, which I'm still kind of using my winter one now, because it works so good, and I also think it aided with clearing up any type of rashes or body acne or whatever you got, is this bad boy. Okay, this right here is the truth. This right here is more truth than the scrub they have, and the scrub is beautiful. So you know how I have to feel about this. Every time, I'm always convinced, when I'm in the store, I always think about trying the different ones that they had, because this one is Coconut Rescue, but this one, I never end up trying this one, other ones, because I'm just stuck on how good this one works. It's so beautiful. It has virgin coconut oil and aloe and like a whole bunch of other stuff that's like so good for your skin. And this one also don't have synthetic fragrances, artificial color, and all of that. And it's 100% vegetarian ingredients. And it says very emollient. Me being the slow person I am, I was being a little bit special. I was like, why do this lotion feel like? My brother was like, girl, you gotta read the thing. It's emollient. That's what emollient mean. And I'm like, why I feel like this? So if you get this, when you first put it on, it feel like, but this is rough. This not gonna have my skin soft. But baby, cause I take showers at night. When you wake up, you gonna wake up to soft skin. You can touch on, and it's so good when you apply it on your shoulders. And another tip I want to give y'all, if y'all suffer with any type of bumps or anything down there in your area or your buttocks, always make sure you moisturize. Find a moisturizer without any type of fragrances, whether you want to try this one out or a different one. But I really advocate for this one. Always moisturize every day. That's the best way. Prevention over correction. For you to not, because usually when it's dry, we don't realize that we have to moisturize the rest of our body, because when we just think, why you gotta moisturize, your private areas. But when you think about it, your skin try to make up for your skin being dry, so it overproduce more oil than necessary. And so obviously the more oil can lead to your they say the skin glands or whatever being too oily, and that causes acne, that causes ingrowns, that causes all of that. So you need to always moisturize so your skin won't go into that shock phase where, let me show the person body who I'm on that you not doing something right, okay? Because the easy fix is moisturizer. Always moisturize. So try this one out. And then another thing is, when you first smell it, you might not like the smell. I feel like it depends on the person, because like that's how it be with certain fragrances. Because when my mama first smelled it, she was like, oh, that smells good. But when I first smelled it, I was like, I'm never buying this again. But when I started using it more and I was looking at how my skin was turning out, all of that, I was like, this is working. And then the smell starts to grow on you. Like, it's becomes something that you crave. On days that I shave, let's get into shaving. When I'm in the shower, clearly, you exfoliate before shaving. After I do my exfoliating, like how I tell y'all, make sure that my body all nice and exfoliated. I use Dollar Tree men's razors. As soon as I use one, I throw it out. No matter if I just shave a toe, it's gone in the garbage. Shavers carry lots of bacteria and alcohol. When I get it out, little stuff can be trapped in the inside. You don't want to keep reshaving. But if you do end up having to reuse the same shaver, but don't do it more than twice. If you do, this right here is your friend. It says sensitive, but just because everything says sensitive don't mean it's necessary for sensitive. One thing I don't like about it, but it ended up not being a problem, is the fact that in this one has fragrance. So I would not recommend using this over your whole body. It has a fragrance, most definitely. I would be scared to use this over my whole body. But when I put it on my legs and I shave with it, baby, you don't get no ungrowns. You don't get no strawberry legs. I'm the issue with shaving creams, because they always make my razor stop. Like when I'm going up, it get like stuck, and I like stuff that glides. So it's like it's the perfect. It's like it's moisturizing you. I don't know why, without being messy. Down in the tub after on my shaving days, I moisturize. I might as well say shaving days every day, because when you think about it, hair on your legs grow back like this. But anyways, after I moisturize with my lotion or whatever, if I shave that day, I always go in with Vaseline. And y'all like, this not Vaseline, that's bootleg Vaseline. That's petroleum jelly. And I'm like, if you a little ghetto like me, you might have the off-brand one. But the off-brand one, to be honest, I like how the off-brand Vaselines work better than the Vaselines. Maybe because the actual Vaselines is just so thick sometimes that it's like hard to maneuver. They work the same. I just like the off-brand texture better. And they had this at Dollar Tree. So when I'm at Dollar Tree, I always pick up this and this. My last product I got for y'all is a vitamin E oil. It heals scars greatly. So if you have a scar on your leg, vitamin E oil. If you have a scar on your arm, vitamin E oil. If you popped a pimple and now it's a scar there, vitamin E oil. I actually got this idea from a doctor named Dr. Berg. I think he's like a chiropractor or something, but he know what he talking about. And I swear by some of the stuff I learned from him. And this right here is the GOAT. No, down there, and you too busy worried about putting products on instead of doing this. drinking water. This is the best advice in the whole video I can give. I know a million people say it, but it's really the truth. Not only just for skin, but for your pH. You need to be draining all that bacteria out your body on a daily. Your skin is made up of water too. So you want to keep everything nice and fresh. If you're not nice and fresh externally it's going to show. I know because it shows when I eat certain foods, okay? So if you see that in your diet, you should definitely know your diet. What comes with your diet is your water intake. So make sure you drink. I drink a gallon a day. If that's crazy for you, drink a half a gallon or whichever amount that you may look up on Google and say is enough. Even though I don't believe everything Google and doctors say. So I will always drink a little bit more than what's recommended. Once you do this after a good month, drinking a gallon not going to be nothing for you. And it's going to come to the point where you might start drinking more than a gallon because you're going to be craving water that much. And that's how you always keep your, like, it comes to the point that when you pee, your pee doesn't stink. And then you might think, oh, I'm making a whole bunch of bathroom trips, but after a month your bladder is going to build, is going to get used to it, so it's not unhealthy for you. And don't be holding your pee either. That's what's going to be unhealthy, but your body will naturally build up its strength as well. So drink your water, keep that poop neat, clean, skin glowy and fresh. And y'all, I'm sorry, don't mind my band-aid on my face, okay? This time I had to come at y'all today. Thank y'all for watching. Stay pretty, stay blessed, stay calm, stay a little bit ratchet just in case stuff get ugly. And me, I'm finna go use this real quick to, you know, get myself together. You'll see more of me next Sunday. Bye-bye, y'all.